have told. I've told Papoose. I told them, why don't you tell this stuff? Why don't you tell her,
One more thing. I got so many screenshots of Clarissa talking about starting on her baby after her last fight. So if you do the math, after the last fight, if she was trying to get pregnant, her getting big right now makes sense.
It looks like the MMA crowd is totally over the drama. And now some people backstage are even laughing because Clarissa Shields is reportedly expecting. At first, nobody really believed the chatter, but people who were around her recent training sessions started noticing something different. Word going around the gym is that she might even cancel her upcoming fight because that small bump keeps getting more noticeable every week. The whispers are getting louder, and the gossip is spreading fast through the fight world. Now, if Clarissa really is expecting, some folks are still debating who the father might be. Before people twist my words, let me clear something up. My last video was simply asking whether Clarissa Shields might be expecting or not. The signs people pointed out were right there. Her belly looked a little bloated. And yes, everybody understands women go through normal body changes. Sometimes weight shifts when someone is happy and comfortable in a relationship. That was all part of the discussion. Nothing wild. Just people noticing things and asking questions.
Before I go to bed, let me clear this up. My last video was questioning whether Clarissa Shields was pregnant or not. All the signs were there. Belly bloated. I get it. Women go through monthly things. Women have happy weight when they're in happy relationships. I stated all that. I stated that it could be. I mean, Papoose pointing at her belly, her talking about, I got such a huge announcement, guys. I'm going to need you to get balloons and champagne. Come on now. Who wouldn't think that?
I even said it could be nothing. But then people saw Papoose pointing at her stomach, and Clarissa herself talking about a big surprise coming soon. She said, I got such a huge announcement, guys, I'm gonna need you to get balloons and champagne. Come on now, hearing that would make anybody curious. And somehow the rumor exploded everywhere after that. All it really took was one sharp line from Remy, and boom, the whole internet started talking. People would cry if they knew the truth.
people would cry if they knew the truth. Like literally cry. Like cry. Cry.
Now when the wife, and yes, everyone knows Remy is still legally married to Papoose, drops a line like that while the girlfriend on the side is talking about starting a family, that does not sound like random shade at all. That sounds like somebody sitting on a serious secret and letting a little piece slip out. But before even getting into Remy clowning the situation, there is something people keep forgetting. Clarissa has been openly talking about wanting to start a family with Papoose for more than a year now. This was not some sudden emotional moment or random comment. She has been saying it again and again, very clearly, like something she had already planned out in her mind. Over the past year, Clarissa even shared that she and Papoose were planning to start a family in 2025. Yes, she already laid out the timeline herself.
I'm gonna have a baby next year. We already have it planned out. I'm gonna have a baby next year, and then after I go through my stuff, then I'll come back and fight some more, and then probably have another one, and then do the same thing again. Like, I don't want to wait till I'm 40, 43, whatever, after my career to have my kids.
Right.
So when she recently said she wished she could surprise him with that kind of news for his birthday, that was not just cute relationship talk. That sounded like something she had been thinking about for months. Here is exactly how she put it. She explained it in a way that made people stop and pay attention. Clarissa said she had been thinking about the moment for a long time, even imagining how surprised he would be if she told him the news on his birthday. That kind of statement did not sound random at all. It sounded planned, like something she had already pictured in her head again and again. When someone talks like that, people naturally start connecting the dots. Fans started remembering all the earlier interviews, the hints, the way she kept bringing up the idea of building a family with him. Suddenly, all those old comments started hitting different. And that is exactly why the rumors started moving so fast online. Once people remembered her timeline and those birthday comments, the conversation exploded everywhere. My man deserves everything for his birthday. I wish I could surprise him with that kind of news. That is exactly what Clarissa said, and people online caught it immediately. She called him my man, and then talked about giving him life-changing news like it would be the ultimate birthday gift. She even said she wished she could make it happen for his birthday. When fans heard that, the internet instantly started connecting dots. And here is the part that makes the situation even messier. Papoose is still legally married to Remy Ma. They got married back in 2016, and the divorce has still not been finalized to this day. So when Clarissa starts talking about expanding a family, people online are not just hearing romance talk, they are hearing timing, and the timing has everybody raising their eyebrows. Then Remy stepped in and dropped that line that made the whole situation explode even more. She said, "People would cry if they knew the truth." That is not the kind of statement someone makes when they are unsure. That sounds like someone who feels very confident about what they know. And Remy did not stop there. She went further and revealed that she told Papoose something directly. She said that every time Clarissa mentions her name or makes things sound like an attack, she is really dragging him into the drama too. Then she hit Clarissa with a nickname that had people talking everywhere. She called her Papoose's side chick. The internet definitely did not miss that moment. Once that nickname hit the internet, the reaction was immediate. People across social media started reposting it, debating it, and breaking down every word. Calling someone Papoose's side chick was not a small jab. It sounded like a direct challenge. The whole situation suddenly looked less like quiet relationship drama and more like a full public showdown. Fans started picking sides fast. Some people defended Clarissa, saying she has been open about her feelings for a long time. Others stood firmly with Remy, pointing out that the marriage is still legally intact. That is why Remy's earlier line started hitting even harder for people watching from the outside. When she said, "People would cry if they knew the truth," it made everyone feel like there was a much bigger story hiding behind the scenes. And once that idea got into people's heads, the speculation only grew louder. That word right there carries weight. When someone says, "come up," it usually means a person is gaining something from somebody else, using them like a stepping stone to move higher. So when Remy said that, people immediately started wondering what she really meant. Was she hinting that Clarissa might be benefiting from the situation?
Why don't you tell your current come up? That's what it is. Tell your current come up. Don't say nothing about me. Maybe not even say nothing about you until shit is what it is. I'm in here on my TVs.
Remy also suggested that Clarissa might not know the full story. According to her, if Clarissa was truly secure in the relationship, she would not need to keep proving online every single week how much she loves him. That comment alone had social media buzzing. Clarissa did not stay quiet either. She fired back and said, "Y'all are so mad he's happy and in love with me." She even said she will never stop obsessing over him. At one point, she snapped back at a woman who asked Papoose how he likes his eggs.
Whenever I feel like saying Papoose's name, I'm going to say his name.
Clark it.
Yep. Take a picture, a video, I'm going to do it. Papoose. Papoose be hitting this Papoose. So mad. That man is happy and in love.
Clarissa jumped in and replied, "Scrambled hard. I know exactly how he likes his eggs."
So how you want your eggs? Scramble hard. I know how he likes his eggs. I asked him nothing. You know how much I cook for this man?
That moment felt very territorial. It gave off that strong energy of someone saying she knows her man personally. When someone starts answering small personal questions like breakfast details in public, it can look like they are marking their space. But here is where the whole situation gets complicated. If Clarissa truly feels secure, why does Remy still seem to hold so much power in the story? Because every time Clarissa talks about starting a family, Remy does not shout or argue. She flexes. Clarissa once showed off a Van Cleef bracelet that Papoose gifted her. Soon after that, Remy posted herself wearing multiple layers of Van Cleef bracelets. The timing definitely had people talking.
And my gift. Another Van Cleef.
And the internet noticed that timing immediately. People started comparing the posts side by side and asking questions. One bracelet showed up on Clarissa's page. Then suddenly Remy appeared wearing several stacked together like it was nothing. That move looked less like coincidence and more like a quiet response. It felt like a different kind of message. No long captions, no loud arguments, just a visual flex that had everybody reading between the lines. Fans began saying Remy did not need to argue because the message was already clear. That is why the tension in this situation keeps building. Every post, every caption, every little comment starts looking like another clue in a much bigger story. And the more people watch, the More, the drama keeps unfolding online. This was not just random jewelry showing up online. People saw it as silent competition. The energy felt like, you got one bracelet, I got stacks. No words needed, the message looked loud all by itself. And while Clarissa has been talking about expanding her family and future plans, Remy keeps hinting that there is still more truth behind the scenes. That is where the story starts getting even deeper. Papoose has openly celebrated Clarissa's success too. When she secured that huge $8 million deal, he publicly congratulated her and even said he loves her to death. So yes, he is clearly supportive of Clarissa and he is visible with her in public.
We want you to know that we in full support. Well, I'm definitely in full support because I love you to death. Let me say it again in case they didn't hear me. I love you to death more than anything. But look, congratulations, Win Records, Clarissa the Quote Shields. Let's go, baby. $8 million new deal. Biggest deal. Boxing women, boxing.
But here is the twist that keeps people arguing online. The legal paperwork still says Remy is his wife. They are still legally married, and that fact alone keeps the internet split into two sides. Some fans believe Clarissa is simply building her future and planning her family. Others think she might be moving too fast before the divorce is officially finalized. Then Clarissa took things even further and said she wants 4 children with him in the future. She even tweeted before that she cannot wait to be expecting and joked that people will be crying and punching their steering wheels. That kind of statement does not sound like quiet love. That sounds bold, competitive, and very public. And when someone says they cannot wait to be expecting because people will be mad, some people do not hear peace in that message. They hear strategy. And once people started looking at it that way, the entire situation felt different. Fans began asking if this was really about love, or if it had slowly turned into a public power play, because every move now gets analyzed online. Every post, every caption, every little flex becomes another talking point. When Clarissa talks about family plans, people immediately look toward Remy to see if she will respond. And Remy rarely jumps into loud arguments. Instead, she drops short comments or subtle posts that make everyone stop and wonder what she really knows. That is why the line, "People would cry if they knew the truth," keeps echoing across social media. It left people feeling like there is a much bigger story hiding behind the scenes. And until that truth comes out, the speculation is only getting louder. After Clarissa hinted about expecting again, the internet went wild with new theories. Some people even started asking a shocking question. What if the situation is not what everyone assumes? Nobody knows where that idea really started, but once it appeared online, the rumor spread fast. The speculation really exploded after Remy planted that seed of doubt with one powerful line. She said, "People would cry if they knew the truth." That statement hit social media like a loaded message just waiting to unfold. Now everyone is trying to decode what she meant. Is she saying the timing of everything is not what people think? Is she hinting that Papoose has not told Clarissa the full story? Or could she be pointing towards something deeper happening inside the relationship? Because people noticed something that felt unusual. When someone who has been by your side for years reacts with laughter instead of heartbreak, it makes people stop and look twice. That kind of reaction can make a situation feel even more mysterious. Then another voice jumped into the conversation and added a cultural angle to the whole debate. Winter Blanco stepped in and said that people always claim they want to see black love until it is standing right in front of them. After that, fans started arguing from a completely different direction. Some people said Clarissa should not be attacked for wanting to build a family with the man she loves. At that point, the discussion stopped being only about cheating. Now people are debating what black love is supposed to look like. Now the conversation online has split into two loud sides. One group believes Clarissa is simply living her life and building the future she wants with the man she loves. They say people are judging her too harshly and ignoring the fact that relationships can be complicated, but the other side sees it very differently. They keep pointing back to the legal marriage and the timeline. That still has not been resolved. For them, the situation feels messy, and every new hint about family plans only adds more tension to the story. That is why every small comment now turns into a huge debate across social media. One sentence from Clarissa, one post from Remy, and suddenly thousands of people are breaking it down. And until the full truth finally comes out, the speculation around this situation is not slowing down at all. But here is the thing people keep pointing out. The idea of black love usually does not look like one woman promising a future family, while the legal wife is still around dropping mysterious comments online. That contrast alone has the internet watching every move closely. Then Clarissa added another twist that caught people off guard. She said that even though she may look strong and muscular, she is submissive to her man.
And I talk to my man like a king. Don't ever get it messed up, baby. I may have the muscles and I may know how to fight, but I'm very submissive to my man because my man's a good man. And, you know, he takes very good care of me, so.
Now that line hit differently for a lot of people, because when fans think about Remy, they never pictured her as someone who played a submissive role, especially not with Papoose. Remy always carried strong presence and real power in the relationship. For years, people saw them as a couple that matched energy step for step, both confident, both outspoken, both standing strong side by side. So now people are asking new questions. Is Papoose choosing a completely different type of dynamic now? Something softer and more traditional? Or are some people wondering if Clarissa is playing a role to secure her place long-term? Because when someone starts promising submission and talking about building a family at the same time, some fans see that as long-term positioning. And remember, Clarissa even said she wished she could surprise him with life-changing family news for his birthday. That statement alone keeps the conversation going. Remy said, "People will cry if they knew the truth." At the same time, one woman is building her future out in the open, while the other is dropping hints about hidden information. That contrast is exactly why the internet cannot stop watching this story. So if Clarissa actually announces that she is expecting this year, just like she has been planning, people online are going to start asking questions immediately. The first question will be simple but serious. Was the divorce finalized? And when exactly did it happen? Then the next question will be about timing. People will want to know if the timeline lines up cleanly or if anything overlaps in a messy way. And if the timing looks questionable, Remy's laughter and those cryptic comments will suddenly sound even louder. Because sometimes the quietest person in the room can also be the most dangerous one. Now think about this for a second. If Clarissa truly feels confident in the relationship, why keep responding to strangers online? Why keep proving little personal details like how he likes his eggs? Why keep promising major family plans before the legal paperwork is finished? And if Remy truly does not care anymore, why warn the world that people would cry if they knew the truth? That does not sound like the language of closure. That sounds more like the language of a countdown. Because at this point, the story feels bigger than just relationship updates. Now it looks like a battle over legacy, reputation, and who ends up with the final title. Because in situations like this, the final chapter is what everyone remembers. The internet is already watching to see who ends up writing that last page. If Clarissa moves forward with the life she has been talking about, the family plans, the future, the next chapter, then many people will see that as her claiming the crown publicly. That would mean she turned all the noise and criticism into a long-term win. But if Remy really does have information that nobody else knows yet, that changes the energy completely. Suddenly, those quiet warnings start sounding less like shade and more like a warning shot. That is why people keep replaying that same line over and over. People would cry if they knew the truth. And until the full story finally comes out, everyone is watching closely to see who makes the next move. Wife, future parent, someone leveling up, or someone telling the truth? That is the question people keep asking while watching this situation unfold online. And if Clarissa does end up expecting, that moment instantly becomes more than just personal news in the public conversation. It becomes a symbol. A symbol of what exactly? Some people will see love and a new beginning, while others will start looking at the timeline very closely. Because if the whispers online ever suggested that the situation was not what people believed, that would change the entire conversation overnight, not just because of biology, but because of credibility. Right now, Clarissa is placing her future on a man who is still legally connected to another woman. At the same time, Remy is moving like someone who believes she knows something that nobody else does. So the real question becomes simple but powerful. Who ends up winning in the end? The woman promising a new chapter and a future? Or the woman promising that the truth will eventually come out? Because when that announcement finally drops, if it drops, the internet is not going to celebrate right away. The first thing people will do is start calculating the timeline. And if Remy turns out to be right, then it may look like somebody really will be crying. If you made it this far, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, share this with someone who has been following the story, and drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you think about all of this, and I will see you in the next one.